yesterday I showed a video on fussy cutting. It's just in my tips and tricks playlist. I showed you how I was working on cutting this banner, and here's the finished one, how I cut this bike, and how I was cutting out these flowers. So you can find that on my YouTube video. It should just be the next one back. And I told you it was going to go on this layout. Now, I wanted to make a video of how I created this layout because I am not much of a silhouette user. I have them, but I just don't love the time it takes to get it ready and all that. But I decided I was going to use my silhouette. So I chose a sun pattern, and I had one piece of yellow paper. And can you see what my lovely silhouette did? It cut all the way in here and all the way up here. It sliced off all of this, and I was stuck because this was my only yellow piece of paper in this shade that matched this paper. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to put together a layout when things don't quite go right. So the other thing that didn't go right with this page is I am making a page about my son learning to ride his bike with his training wheels. And I went to print out pictures, and I don't have any pictures. I've been watching, but I've not been taking photos. So what I've done is I cut out a 4x6, and I cut out 2 wallet sizes because those are my normal sizes. Now, I want to show you a couple different options. If I take a vertical picture, a horizontal picture, it'll go right about that. Or I could easily do vertically, and then I'd have room for a smaller picture, like a wallet size. Or my other option, seeing that I haven't even taken these pictures yet, and this is one that I like to do, and I do this often, is I like to do 2 wallet sizes. And I could also turn it on the side, but that looks a little empty, so most likely my normal would be to go with something like this. Although I could easily use the 4x6 in that same, so it's pretty much taking up that space. So I'm going to leave these 2, and I'm going to grab a piece of tape and just tape it together because this is basically where either the 4x6 or the 2 pictures are going to go. Okay, and from there I'm going to work on my layout. Now, I know I want this bike. Because I have this large slice right here, I want to make sure my bike, it doesn't have to cover it completely, but it needs to be where it's going to take your eyes away from. So I'm not covering this. It's still there, but your eyes are on the bike, so it doesn't see this boo-boo. So I'm going to leave that one there. I'm just going to tape it down. I do like using an ATG gun. I go through a ton of adhesive, so for me this is the best option. And I like how nicely it sticks. Okay, so there's my bike that I cut out. Now, if you've watched my fussy cutting video, you know that I cut out this title off of the Cocoa Daisy planner dashboard. Every summer has a story. Because every year one of my boys, one of my little ones, has learned to ride a bike. And this is my littlest guy's year. So I want that to go right about there. Now it is going to overlap on that, so I'm not actually going to glue that one down right now, but that's where it's going to go. I can scoot it up maybe a little bit more, but it's still going to overlap somewhat, so I'm just not going to put that down for the moment. But it will overlap the picture, and I'm fine with that. Now I'll need to either adjust my pictures over a little bit this way, or just make sure there's some white space on my picture. The next thing I cut out were some of these flowers. I've got a whole bunch of them here. And yes, I know this is a boy's layout, but to me that does not matter. I'm his mommy, and I like flowers. And it adds a lot of nice color. So I'm going to put that right about there, I believe. And I think I want just to overlap just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so let me get some tape on that. One thing I like to do when I form a cluster, which is right here, I have 3 flowers put together. Even though I've not put them down on my page, again, I just took a piece of Scotch tape and put it on the back so that once my cluster is formed, I can move it around until I find the right place on my page, but I don't lose how I've put together the cluster. And then it's easy enough just to put it where it needs to be. All right, the other thing that I had cut out was this banner. Yes, it takes a while, but it just adds so much to it. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna bring, there's a little bit of tape on this part. I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit. This is why you shouldn't glue things before you're ready. And yes, I have a tendency to do that. I have another slice right here. So I'm thinking I want to cover it. I can't cover the whole thing, but I can put something else there to draw your eyes away from it. Something colorful. So I think that's, I'm actually going to remove the picture here for a minute. It's getting quite full and I want to make sure I get the words in where they really look nice. Yes, the photo is very important to me, but since I haven't printed it yet, I can make it whatever size I need to. So that's not really a big deal. I like to use fabric tack. I believe at Joann's, they have the smaller tip ones, which I like to use for this because it's a smaller item. I'm not sure if Michael's has it, and we don't have an AC Moore around us, so I don't have a clue about them. Walmart has the bigger one, which I do use, but it doesn't come with a fine tip, so it's a little bit not as helpful. So I'm just putting some adhesive here and there, not on every one. It won't go anywhere, so it's okay. All right, and I like it right there. It comes from the flowers, so it's not out floating. It covers some of that boo-boo area, and then the every, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down because this is going to stay in that spot. The every is going to rest on it so that my title is not floating around. Okay, there we go. All right, and this will easily squeeze back in. I have not put down summer, so I can still slide it under. Okay. Now, I have covered the main slices. This is going to probably be covered by the photo, so that's okay. This down here is still there, but I don't think it's going to create much of a problem. Now, I do have these other flowers, so I want to look around. I could put one down here and it would cover it, but it's too bold. It brings your eyes down here and it makes it kind of top heavy. I do actually like that one there. I might have to trim off that little leaf. And here's some of the little flowers. I don't want to go too heavy with the flowers as that's not my point. It's just a decoration. So I'm going to probably lay low on those. All right, in the Cocoa Daisy May kit, which just arrived after I had started this, we got these fun die cut words, which I love because, you know, I do not like my silhouette. So I'm not sure that I can fit them in because I have such a big title, but I'm going to look. So there's bucket list. It already says summer, so I don't know that I need summertime, although I could replace that with summertime to get something bold in there. I like the boldness, but I think I like this summer instead. Okay, what else do we have? Documented would be good, but it's such a long one, although it looks pretty cool there to give it kind of like a road. So we're going to leave that there. Breezy, don't need that one. Musings, this, love. it's too bold. See how it's so bold? And it's going to take away from that. So I don't want to go there. And our life in pictures. But this is only my little boy, so I'm going to skip that. Okay, so I really do like this because it gives it like it's giving it a road to ride on and kind of keeping it from riding off the page. But if I'm going to have something so dark there, I'm probably going to need something over here because it's feeling a little bit heavy here. And once you put that photo group in, photo block, it's going to kind of tumble down. So we had to be careful there. All right, some of the other things that came in the kit that I thought would be great was these stickers. These washi stickers, well, I guess that's what they are. We've never had these before. I think these things are the neatest. And what I was looking at, I don't really have an idea where I might put it, but was this, red gingham one. Now, another option is to put that under there. Could you combine them? Because the color looks really neat, and I think you can combine those. What do you think? Kind of like that. If I did, I'm going to scoot this over a little bit farther since that documented needs is so long, or the D part. So let's take a look at this. The stickers are definitely sticky. I'm not pushing it down yet, so I can still get it up. And I do like that. So I'm going to put that there and the documented right there. Your tiny attacher, like a little stapler. I'm going to try to do it with this method because the stapler is only going to get the one side. And I don't want it to get ripped when I slide it in my pages or when my kids are looking at my book or anything of that sort. So there we go. Okay, so that's kind of grounding our layout. It is still got that black, so I'm still going to look for something up there also. While we're at it, we're going to glue down this flower. How do we have that? All right, I guess it's going to go right about there. All right, there's some of these tickets. Enjoy the ride. I would like that, but until I have my picture, I don't really know if I can get that on there. If I had my picture, I could probably either put it down there or even to the side, but for now, I think I need to leave it. We already have banners. These are good, but again, until I get my pictures, I'm going to have to lay low on that. All right, so time to go through the die cuts that came and see if there's anything else. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for some black and anything else to tell the story about the bike. Here's a little bit more dark color, and it kind of hides the fact that that piece of the bike, because it was off the page, is straight. So I kind of like that. And we could even add one bold one over here. So it kind of draws it together, actually. I think over here would be a better idea. There we go. Okay, that way you have the two different flowers and they're mixing in and they're not separated. And I really like this one. The one thing I really hate is using up my flowers, because in my mind I'm thinking, wait a minute, where else could I use these flowers at? And then I have a tendency to hoard them because it'll look better on another project, and then I never get around to that other project. So yeah, I'm trying to use them. All right, let's see here right now. And while that would be good, I have so many words on here, I think I need to just chill on the words. Here's another little bike, but I'm not sure that we need another one. Some words. Now here's a currently that could put that black up there. I don't know, not quite feeling that one. Hello, sunshine. Here's just a hello, but it's got so many colors. I think that's going to compete. Let's Go. We're gonna need that one. Chances are it's gonna end up on my photos, so I can't put it down, but I'm thinking it'll be right about there. Nothing bold that I'm looking for. Here are some of those Pink Fresh Studio ones that we got. Again, I'm just looking for bold. Most of these I think are too big. Oh, that's pretty. But I don't think that's not quite what we need. I like the cloud too. It could easily go right here, helping to cover that slice again. So I might do that. Here is another flower with that bold, and it would help cover that area. But I think that's too much now. If I brought it down though, see how now we've got the red there and there? So that might be a better option. Okay, anything else? This is pretty cool. And I could easily stick it above there. I love that. That's gonna go there. All right, anything else? Anything else? Still looking for that black. There's some black items in here. On to the next chapter, but adding just too much stuff, I think. I'm not seeing anything else. Okay, so that was just a quick look through. Now, the other things I was thinking of was these stamps. I was really looking at, and it's so small, so I don't know if it's really necessary. This little sunshine, I thought that was really cute, and then this little heart. And I think I'm going to go for it. I'm not a big stamper, so it's not necessarily my first idea, but I'm getting used to it. I'm getting there. I like to use the Letter It ink by Ranger. It does not move. Once you put it there, it is there. I'm going to grab that little sunshine, and it is tiny, and get some ink on it, and I like it right. If I had the cloud there, maybe it should go there. I think it should. So I'm going to squeeze it right in there. Okay, it's a little bit of black, and it's so tiny it's not going to, it doesn't take your eyes away, but it's a cute little touch. All right, and now I'm going to grab that set of hearts and get that inked up, and I want that to go, I think I'm going to have it go under Every Summer Has a Story, and I'm going to put it there kind of like the end of the story. I like that a lot. So while I'm not stamping huge things on my page, I do like those little touches. There's some other really good ones, but I think that's all I want to do for this page. All right, we're pretty much there. Now I do have these enamel dots. I love enamel dots, but I'm not sure, because it's kind of a bright page. I have a cut file here. I have flowers and scripty words and bold words. There's just a lot going on, so I'm not sure that this is going to fit in here, but instead, and I'm going to have to find some, I might be able to add a few little black dots up here, or you know what else I could do, because I'm still looking for that black up there. This is from the April kit. I have, because I thought these would work really well, I have the black phrases, but I think that's too much. Let's see here. Yeah, that's too much. I don't have any more title. I could put the date. I don't know. That might be a little much. Yeah, I think that's a little bold, especially because I'm looking for it up here. But I could put it up here. So this was 2018. And another one has learned to ride a bike. And I'll let you in on a little secret. Their mommy doesn't know how to ride a bike. My husband tried to teach me, and well, yeah, it didn't go real well. So we have a double bike, so I still get to ride, but I do not have the balance for that. Okay, so I've got black, 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 making a visual triangle. I have the red here, and it pulls you up into here, and since it's in the banner, it almost forms a circle. I've got the Let's Go in the teal color, or teal aqua, and then the cloud, and then the words, or the title, so it again brings you around. It's a triangle. It's a little spread out, but it's a triangle. We've kept up the bike theme, summer with the sunshine, the flowers to add the pop of color. If you really look at it, it's almost like our layout is on a diagonal. Okay, our photo block was here, but then we pulled our items in a diagonal to add more interest. So there we go. Yes, I need some pictures, but I'm running out of time to get this up. So here it is, and eventually it will have photos. Thanks so much for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Leave any questions you might have. And I hope you subscribe to my channel so I can see you again. Thanks.